Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. Beautiful ignited souls, I am going to attempt something today. Now, it's not as I would have preferred. I would prefer to be able to do this. I see people able to have their commentary on a video while watching a scene. I'm not sure I know how to do this yet, but I'm going to just do what I can here, and I'm hoping that I can bring my wonderful message across. Now, I say wonderful. Why I'm doing this is to show that when you activate your third eye in particular, or when you are even ready to move into the fifth dimension, like I often say, welcome to the us ship. US is the United Souls. So when you are in that united state, not the United States as we know, but a united state, like where you were in unison with the transition that you're moving into the fifth dimension, from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. I'm talking about having like a kundalini, a third eye, just enlightenment, just being a light worker, whatever it is that moves you or shifts you into that sphere, you begin to see things so differently. Now, what has been happening to me lately is that I see a lot of eyes and images in trees, which was not unusual, but it has never been more intense than it is now. And it happens every day. I could be watching a towel and I see a face. I could see eyes. I could see expression. I could see nose. I see presence. And of course, this is a way of more or less becoming aware, or my awareness is being broadened and being awoken to the idea that there is no empty space, as physicists or scientists, whoever, however they tell us, but there's really no space. Or it also confirms the idea as a child, not the idea, the experiences I had as a child, the things I could see and other people couldn't. And even as an adult, where I have seen angels, like in yoga classes, for instance, I'm seeing a tall angel next to the instructor, and I'm thinking she has no idea this angel is standing there. No one else seemed to see what I see, and I'm, struck. I don't know what to do. But I tell my pastor when I go to church, who tells me or gives me the indication or feeling, rather, or her idea that it was an evil or not healthy experience. So these are things that we encounter that, of course, suppress our experiences or growth or sense of growth.
Another example was when I was
In a train station waiting for the train, and this man is casually walking across me, very handsome, but there is no eye or no nose or nothing onto half of his face, and the other half seemed very nice, and it seemed like I was the only one who seemed. And it's like in a split second I thought, well, where is he? Where is he gone? So now embracing those abilities to be able to see, or to know that I have been seeing what is there or what reflects something that is there. Okay. All right, so enough of that. What I want to actually share with you is this wonderful picture. Now I'm going to put this to the screen, and I just wish I could do this in a way that I can actually point and work with it and show you what the beauty that I have actually seen from this picture. And I wish the light would not glare as much. So I'm going to try and invent something so I can actually show you how I captured something very spiritual and very beautiful in this picture, and I watched it, and it's almost like I couldn't resist commenting on it. So bear with me while I try and do something. We can begin with this ENA, which is really arena, but we know that we can take what we see. Let's just have this light. Okay. Now, okay, so I want to show this picture. Arena actually equals, we could say, 11. We have the number 14, which I have said that we will be seeing a lot of number 14s. 14s representing the two serpents, like in the story of Moses and Pharaoh. We have number 3, which is we could say the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, or the Trinity. But number 3 actually is like a handcuff. It can release and it can lock. So it's here we see that number 3 is actually observing just like this one here, but there it's like it represents light as well, because here we see it in the white t-shirt. So basically we have two people in white t-shirts, and here we have two in black. This is where we see the concentration of what is actually happening here, like the 4 elements, the 4 seasons, the 4 gospels, the 4 of everything, the 4 direction, your north, south, east, and west. Now we see there is balance here, and of course it's like all intertwined. The energies are all intertwined here. I'm just hoping you can really see this picture, because it just struck such beauty, of course, and all the surroundings as well. Not to say that they do not serve part of these energies that was there. Everything is just wonderful. We see 5 men, of course. Let's 5 men, and of course, as we have seen that these are balanced here. We have the 5th one standing aside here, observing as well. We know about the number 5 represents the Christ. It represents Kundalini, or anything like anchor, like home, like house, lock and key. And so we have seen it's as if these 5 men have given us like a wonderful picture of what 14, 1 plus 4 actually represents, because 1 plus 4 here, of course, as I have said, not only represents the 2 serpents as in the story of Adam and Eve, let's just put it this way, or 2 serpents. I have showed how that happens, and of course I also have showed, we will go back to 11 as well. I'm going to do a quick summary on this for you in numbers, in a way that you can see it. I wish I could actually work side by side with you on doing this, but it's just how it is at the moment. Perhaps one day I'll be able to master the art of doing this. We see the predominant colors here as well, which is blue and green. And green, they both represent 4. Now I want to mention these numbers here, because blue is either 13 and green is 31. We also have red in the back, which is actually 9. But we know if we add 9 to anything else, it also just brings back its whatever the number is. So here, for instance, if we add 4 plus 4 in colors, this is 8, and of course 9 would be 17. So it's 8. I also want to point out that 3 plus 14 is also 17. That gives us 8. Now, my last videos, I have been working with a lot with the number 8, and I believe again this is another example of showing you when you are in tune, when you are in flow, when you are awoken. Let me just put some more light on this, actually, I could do that. I have wow, don't know why I didn't think of this before. But anyway, so when we are in tune, this is what happens. We are able to see things, or the beauty in everything. We are able to see God in everything. So God equals 8. And whatever we see is, God is everything. So we are able to see God in this beautiful picture right here. Now, so let's just, I'm going to try and do the summary for you so you can actually really capture the beauty of this picture. We see that there is a ball. The word ball, I think, actually equals 9, BALL, of course, and that is again showing that everything is like in 8 because everything is wrapped up in God right here. Also, number 11, as we have seen, as I say, I'm going to show you ENNA. We know there is an A and there is an R in the back, which is 10, but the picture is giving us something that we can capture and we can vibrate on that energy and create, because this in its perfection, it has been so wonderful that it has more or less compelled me to break the law of silence, which is what I tend to call these videos, and to create. This is how we create. We break down this number 8 and we create. So from this picture, which represents God in this sense, represents food, whatever it is that that it represents, we are breaking it down and creating. So someone else or whoever is listening to this, by the way, do like and subscribe to this video. This is the channel where you hear things you've never heard before. Okay, like of course even with the 14 gods. So I'm trying to bring this. I hope I can actually as well, perhaps crop it in a way that you can really get it. So we see there is so much to be shared in this. Of course, that we not to put amiss the hand. There's a hand there, almost saying like there's an invisible hand there. You know, where people would pray and say, "Oh, the hand of God," or whatever. It's like all this energy. This hand is more or less like the invisible hand that is making things happen, and you don't know what made it happen. It's it's something happened, but you just, and you think, wow, this is it just happened by chance. And we could say that that hand is representing this thing that we think happened by chance. See how high, it's called something like the tallest reach, this picture is called. So we could see all the energies is just being, and attention is actually projecting up. They all, in fact, are playing a role in making this happen. So we're on 14 minutes. So we are going to do a little figure work on this, numerical work on this, to just show or highlight how we have worked out the numbers on here. So again, as I say, all right, let's just do the best we can. Now we have 14 minutes on the clock, and of course we have 14 here, and this is what we call synchronicity. So it's nearly 15 minutes now. So why are we looking at all these numerical aspect? This is what it is said, that the universe is speaking to us all the time. The universe is speaking to each and every one of us. I'm almost of wanting to say that, the universe had put all these people there at that time, and whoever decided to take a picture and post it, put it on their social media, and I would see it at that very moment that I did, and to think, what a beautiful picture. I mean, I'm not really to say one into basketball or whatever, sports or anything, but I thought, well, because as well, I'm always seeing numbers, but I thought this is a beautiful, real beautiful picture. There it is, the two white t-shirts here, the two black t-shirts on there, meaning they have formed a right force of the four gospels, the four elements, the four posts, the four pillars, whatever it is, of giving stability for anchor to making this happen. I wouldn't be surprised that there was an earth sign, and a water sign, an air sign, and a fire sign. I wouldn't be surprised that these four people were in that way, or whatever it is. But they all, as we have said, establish they all, or all the energies, the eyes, the attention, the anticipation, making this happen, getting to that height to put the ball in. It's like everyone is like with anticipation, even if they it seemed like for and against, but that is a game that of course has the negative, or the polarities, the like electricity making it happen, giving it that drive. If they didn't have the component, or the contrast, perhaps there wouldn't be so much anticipation and drive to actually want to make this happen. So let's look at from the top. Yeah. So we know that the word arena. So let's just say this is our north, south, east, and west. And that is the whole. Okay. But what it is, we have seen the number five is like a pyramid, as I said before. But you could also see it like the top of a house. This is the house, has four pillars, and this here, this would be the center. This is what we would call the Christ. This is another reason why this has caught my attention, because the word Christ, let's stick Christ up here, Christ, or even life, for instance. Christ is five, and life, Life, is also five. So life is 23, 5 is 32, pyramid is 4, well, I think 41 or so. But we are saying all this because the universe actually is 41. The word universe is 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. We are also told that Jesus comes from the generation of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is why I say now we are going to see a lot about the number 14. It may come as 59, 95, or adding other numbers. It could be long sets of digits, but we will come to number 5, or perhaps get to 14 and then 5. Okay. Now another thing that happens is, as we have said, we are really, it's like the information is being revealed to us in a way that we cannot miss it, even through this wonderful picture. I could not miss it. To me, it was so delicious. I call it delicious because knowledge for me is that beauty, that thing that I absorb my senses in it, immerse my senses, and of course, this is what gives me life. It makes me smile. And as I was saying before, I don't know if that was recorded because I missed part of this. I almost felt really special asking, and I do feel special. I was saying, there was some young man, young, strong, beautiful, handsome man playing a game. The universe actually sent them to play that game. Another one taking the photograph, another one putting it on his social media just for moi, just for me. Now, isn't that great? Isn't that the universe speaking volumes, saying, I hear you, or I want to give you a taste of something new because I can see that you are seeing things in all different ways. It's the more you see something like beauty in everything, it's the more you expand on that. And this is what I am saying. I am feeling that, I'm not just feeling, I'm experiencing beauty in everything now. And I look at this picture and I think this is really wonderful. So we have pear. A pear, for instance, I think Pair is this is 10, this is 26. Now I have been working, as I said, with the number 8. So pair, which is 7199, so this is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. And this is what we are looking at about infinity. The word infinity, or not just the word, now we are in this new creation. Everything is very clear. We need to open our eyes to say, okay, this is what I'm taking from here to create something new. Just like this picture has been created for us to get something new from it. Because perhaps you had not seen, wow, as I was saying, perhaps you had not seen this picture in such a light to be able to say, oh, wow, this is really a beautiful picture. And I am now, of course, as we are conduits of information and love and everything else to each other, and I am now showing you that, yeah, there is another part to this that you had not seen before. Have a look, have a close look. Now, um, let's look at arena. So we know that the word arena, of course, ARENA. So here we are going 19551. So this is actually 21. 21 is a number that, of course, is very, of course, they say this is in 21, you set a new habit or you can create, it's a number of creation. You can create or break a new habit in 21 days. And I think it could be 21 of anything. But we will say as well the word 20 actually equals 8. And if you're talking about 1, which is 7, so 8 plus 7 is actually 15. So 15 is 1 plus 5 is 6, which is a person, people, and so on. Now, I have done a lot on the number 15, which takes you really, according to the template, the sacrifice template, 15 would take you right ahead. So this is where 5, 10, 15, because this has the numerical value of 15. So 1 plus 5 would be 6. So 15 in the arena takes you here. So the young men playing had the opportunity to be here. And of course, being here, you are able to see on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4 letters on either side. You are in the middle. This is what we call the Christ spirit. CHRIST, as we said, is 32 or life. So you are safe here, or you are elevated here like a pyramid on the top. You are able to see what happens here and what happens there. So you get the picture on here. And this is why number 5 is so powerful. Your 5 senses, your 5 digits on one hand, your 5 toes, your 5 limbs or points, and so the 4 pillars, and plus the top of your the roof of your house. You are talking about 5. Okay, so let's I was hoping to just do a short video. So we have seen the word pair actually here. Let's look at our picture again. So we see that there are 2 pairs actually. Here we could say 2 pairs forming this. Now pairs would be 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, of course. Now creating, they all creating something that is 1. Let's look at the word 1, for instance. Let's look at that. 1 is actually 655 equals 16. They are creating a new thing, a new winner, a new whatever it is. That's what's being created right here. So 8 plus 8, this is a bit sort of like China and Buddhism, because China equals 8, Buddhism equals 8, and so on. This is what we call eat as well. You eat or you ate. This is 8 plus 8. Adam ate, Eve ate. This is 8 plus 8. This was the creation, the thing that created everything. So this is where we see the essence of 8, how that happens with what we are going to show you as 1 1. So on here, for instance, we see, wow, let's get this. We see the arena. So In arena, we have seen is 3. Actually, let's complete the 3. 3, when we do the numerical value for the word 3, that's the arena here, it gives us 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. So we can see how we would have 1 1. 1, as we have just done, equals, that's another thing, 1 equals 16, which is 7, and another 1. 16, which is also 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. And who is the person reaching 14? This is the thing that captured my attention. 14 is the one reaching. That's what the Kundalini is about, people. That's what the lower chakra, or when you activate your chakra and it takes rise. This is the two serpents. The word serpent, like the helix, the double helix. So SERPENT equals 44. Actually, 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have seen that the double helix, which is like the caduceus. The caduceus is what we have here as the chemist, the sign of medicine, the symbol of medicine. So the medicine makes you well. So we can see right here, ENNA. We have seen that arena, let's just put arena equals 10, equals 3, 21, which is 3. And of course, 3, as I tend to do, equals 11. Okay, so we see the correlation happening with the whole word, but also with what is showing, what is actually visible, which is ENA. We actually see that as 551. Isn't this delicious, people? Isn't this delicious? This is what I really want to show. Although the A and R was being obscured, we see the relationship right here as what the universe has more or less opened my eye to say, look, I want you to do a video on this. But as we have seen, 1 1 is going to show us as well that we have the 7 plus 7, which equals 14, and here we have 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. And that is life, and that is Christ. When you are in Christ, it is said you are a new creature. Of course, something new is happening in the adrenaline, the happiness, the joy, whatever is taking place here. A lot of emotions and the cells and everything in their biology and their mentality and emotions, those of joy, even those who are on the other side thinking, "Oh God, what a shot!" They all will be celebrating this. There's a celebration happening here. Now we have, as we have said before, we have the number 3, because 3 is really, as they say, 3 is a crowd. 3 is the one that is going, oh yeah, go on, or 3 might be the one actually stirring the trouble, whatever it is, because 3 is like a handcuff. It can release, there's 30 minutes on the clock, it can release and it can let go. And 3, that is 3, because 3 is actually like the whole, basically, but it's like there's a link here. So you can link up with 3, basically. Okay, that we see 3, of course, is also represented not only on here, but there are 3 people in black with the black t-shirts. So here we have 3 people in black t-shirts, and black is actually also 11. Likewise, white, WHITE, is also 11. So you know what we do about 11. We could also add these to make sense of it. We could also say 1 plus 1 is 2, and also we have another 1 plus 1 is 2, which is of course two pairs of people we have here in that cluster here, forming that for the pillar of that game right here. We could say that. We also see that of course black and white is 5 letters for black and 5 letters for white. So basically we see the two energies coming together to forming the whole right here. They are both coming together as in pairs as well. Okay, now as I said before, we see that 3 is actually portraying itself in the physical sense with 3 t-shirts. We also see how 14 has showed itself in 5 heads, 5 people. We see how 8, for instance, is showing. We could see how 8, in fact, it'd be interesting to see how 8, if we, although we can only see, I would say 2, 4, 6, 8, I would count hands actually and see whether the hands are actually showing 8. So we see the arms, we could see 2 arms here, and well, this would be 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. So we can just, oh, there's 8 here. This, I didn't see his other arm right there. So there's 8 arms or 8 right here. 1 at the corner and 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arms. So we can see that when God say, I created you with my hands, my arms, or so on, this is it, hair, representing hair. Now we have, again, God also speaks about, there's a lot about the right hand going up. We see that the right hand is way up, reaching and really putting the ball in. Now, there is just so much that I want to, of course, we see 2 black guys here and 2 white guys here. Okay, we say black, white, or people of color right here. So you could see how balanced that little cluster is right here. You could see how balanced this is. This is pure balance to making this happen. And I do this video, I mean, I've been looking at this video while I have been on the doing videos about Moses and the number 18 and food, because when we eat, E-A-T, and we want to know that eating is not only of the food we put in our mouth, we are eating through all our senses. So this is 5, 1, 2, this equals 8. And this is what we say about, we are having a tea break because the word tea is also the same letters as eat or eat. And that's what is happening here. While we are having this tea break, we are breaking the cycle of this 8 and we are developing new cycles. I feel that I have said what I need to say on here. We talked about the colors. We talked about the blue and green. Of course, the word blue, I just got to give you this. It's just so delicious. So blue, B-L-U-E, is 2, 3, 3, 5. So this is 8, 10, 13. 13. And of course we have green, G-R-E-E-N, which is 5, 5, 5, 9, 7. So this is 15, this is 24, this is 31. 3 plus 1 is 4, this is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So red, we could say, is 9, well it is 4, and adding 9 and 9 plus 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. Add this together, this is 17. 8, 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Right here. Okay. So, I hope you will And remember, of course, to like and subscribe and share of these videos, people. And perhaps we are going to kind of pioneer looking at sports through the spiritual lenses of numerology. I mean, when I see like footballers on the field, I'm thinking, there is a higher intelligence, showing us, revealing to us, but we just need to open our eyes to see and our ears to hear. So do like and share of these videos. Thank you and stay ignited.